Hello, welcome back to We Are City channel, to another episode of our FC 25 career mode here with Manchester City, where we are getting towards the real business end of the season now. In the past few episodes, they've been goals galore, and the transfer window, improvements and new signs have really made an impact. And we kick off today's episode with a game in round 6 of the FA Cup. That is the quarter-final as Manchester City take on Tottenham Hotspur at home. Also in today's episode, we'll end the month of March and into the month of April, where the Premier League certainly is hotting up. We face Leicester City at home in the Premier League, a game which I suspect we will simulate, and then it is away to Manchester United in the derby, at home to Aston Villa in the Champions League quarter-final stage, at home to Crystal Palace. Maybe we'll simulate that one, but especially away to Aston Villa in the Champions League as well. Then Villa in the Premier League. We've got Everton away in the Premier League as well. We'll work out which games we simulate, which games we play. We're going against Ange Postecoglou, who signed the FA Cup. They've had a really good season, but we're ahead of in the Premier League now, and we look to knock them out of the FA Cup. We know how strong this Spurs side is, with a wonderful back four, goalkeeper, midfield and attack. Heung-min-son, the captain, really impossible to stop at times. Dominic Solanke expected to be on the bench alongside James Maddison. Two creative and goal-scoring forces there, not in that starting 11 for Spurs side. But one thing and one positive for us, no Serge Gnabry. He's suspended. The former Arsenal man is not in the Spurs side. We do make some change to the Manchester City side and a change in formation today to try and combat this Spurs side that have done so well against us this season. Stefan Ortega, our cup goalkeeper, starts and goalies. Captain Diaz, Manu Akanji and Nathan Ake in a back three from the setup. Savinho and Matheus Nunes in the wide areas, offering us defensive stability as well. Nunes, I've not been so impressed at times this series, but he's certainly a player who can get up and down that field. Kovacic, Varela and Rico Lewis start in a very small midfield, but with that tenaciousness about them. It's the Emirates FA Cup quarter-final stage. Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur, and a game against two of the top performing sides in the Premier League this season. First and second in the league. Spurs were long time top of the Premier League table. Recently, Manchester City have managed to leapfrog them to top of the table themselves. Werner Kulusevski and Brian Johnson behind Heung-min-son. Bissouma and Sarr in the midfield too. And it is the back four and goalkeepers as expected. The likes of Odobert, Solanke, Maddison on the bench. Exactly how the analysis of the pre-match game showed Spurs would line up. No changes for Ange. He goes with his strongest starting 11 that he sees at the moment. Varela on towards Ake. Ake wide to Matheus Nunes here. Space against Pedro Porro. Two former Sporting teammates. Nunes, Kovacic. Kovacic done well. Haaland space here. Haaland hits one! 1-0 City at the Etihad. And we have the lead in the Emirates FA Cup quarter-final. And it's Erling Haaland with a strike. Well, Nunes causing the problems that left-hand side. Kovacic getting fortunate a little bit in that situation here. And Erling Haaland, one touch, bang. Hits it across the goalkeeper, across the defender Mickey van der Ven, who can't stop it. Kovacic here gets a little bit fortunate, off Sarr and back to him. But he creates the chance for Erling Haaland, and City have the lead against Ange's side. And it looks like City could be the side who just beat Spurs to their possible trophy again. We might do it in the Premier League. On to Rico Lewis, space either way here. Rico, wide to De Bruyne. De Bruyne in. Haaland is there again, away by Spurs. Not quite what we wanted to do there. I think De Bruyne should have been quicker onto the end of that one. Just this time, we're starting from there straight away. Kovacic ball through to Haaland here. Wrong side of Romero. Haaland pulls the trigger, saved by Vicario. And away. Savinho. Van der Ven stays with him. Back out to Rico. De Bruyne. Across to Kovacic. Nunes with space here. Nunes across the box to Haaland, away by... really well away by the defender there. Diaz wins ahead and down to Ake. So far, this formation's working really well. I'm liking it. Right to Savinho. In behind to De Bruyne. He's onside. Referee, is he? He is. De Bruyne to the far post to Nunes! Pedro Porro nearly puts it in his own net. Vicario saves it. Just away from Matheus Nunes. Brilliant from Ake. And again, Kovacic. Wide to Matheus Nunes. Trouble for Spurs again. Nunes through to Haaland here. What a ball. Past Mickey van der Ven! Red card surely for van der Ven. That's surely a red card for Van der Ven. Haaland's through one-on-one with the keeper. Off. Red card, Mickey van der Ven in the FA Cup. See you later. Brilliant ball by Nunes. Great touch by Haaland. Around Van der Ven. Takes out the big man. Freaky on the edge of the box, but we now play the 10-minute Tottenham Hotspur. They've got to make changes. I assume they will do. Look at Ange Postecoglou going crazy. Pep Guardiola applauding it. Look at the gap in the wall over Timo Werner here. Can De Bruyne find it? De Bruyne to make it 2. Kevin De Bruyne into the wall. Back out to De Bruyne. De Bruyne again against the Spurs player once again. Haaland wins this out to Savinho. Keep it in Savinho. He does do. Savinho. Rico Lewis. Alan Varela. Kovacic. Varela. De Bruyne. Savinho. De Bruyne. Cross the box here, and again Spurs just get it away. But I tell you what, we've played so well today. Against the Kanji here. Good feet by Son. Ake's back as well. Son. Bren Johnson. Back into Heung-min Son. Big save from Stefan Ortega. Let's get to half-time here, City. With a 1-0 lead against the 10-minute Spurs. Come on. Ball in. Head in. Save by Ortega, and again De Bruyne away. Rico Lewis, referee. Tackle by Nunes. Rico wide towards Savinho. Half-time, the first 45 minutes we take the lead. We lead by 1-0 against the 10-minute Spurs, and this is possibly the best performance all season. Wide to Savinho again. Lifting to Haaland again. Haaland is free. Romero gets it away. He's running back out to Rico Lewis onto Kovacic. Onto Haaland. Haaland again! 2-0 Haaland! The second assist for Kovacic, who's been fantastic in that midfield role. Haaland gives us a 2-0 lead, and City have been brilliant. De Bruyne nice and close to Haaland, picking those pockets of space, playing that false 9 rule has worked perfectly today. And Kovacic into him. Haaland with a strike. Across Vicario for 2-0 Manchester City. De Bruyne is back, by the way. De Bruyne is so back. His movement today. He hasn't got the assist, but he's been so good. Son against Diaz and Akanji. He's past Diaz. Recover, Ruben. Recover! Son scores. Son is so good. He's so good. And he's done it there. One little mistake at the back. Son's past him. And Son bangs it at the top corner past Ortega. Offside against Son, no. Addison again into Son. Diaz across to Son. 2-2. I hate Son so much. He's so good. And the 10-minute Spurs equalise at 2-2. Just so difficult to play against. And Heung-min Son punishes us 2-all. Does Heung-min Son things again. Rico. Varela. Look at that space for Kovacic here. Kovacic from Manchester City for 3-2. What a performance by Mateo Kovacic. 2 assists and a goal for the Croatian. 3-2 and back in front. He's been so good in that position. So good in that position. And he's done it again. Varela with the assist. Kovacic in. We've got so many forward-thinking players. Spurs don't know how to handle us. Remember, they're on 10 men as well. They've pulled wide to Mark De Bruyne. That leaves space for Kovacic. And he bursts through the midfield. And Mateo Kovacic makes it 3-2. Back in front. What an FA Cup we've got on our hands here. Back wide to Mateus Nunes by Rico Lewis. Mateus Nunes here. Against Pedro Porro. He's beat him. Great strength. Haaland. De Bruyne for 4-2. 4-2 Manchester City. Haaland with the assist. Kevin De Bruyne makes it 4. And after throwing away a 2-goal lead and looking like this City side are completely out of it, we get the goals coming again. 4-2. Goal for De Bruyne. And we're just getting more players in the box. What a strike by KDB. I mean, Vicario has no chance. Sarr's come across and he's just found that angle between Sarr. Nunes involved again. Haaland to De Bruyne. One touch bang. Haaland. Back onto Nunes. He's away from Pedro Porro again. The troll for Spurs again. And Porro on towards Kovacic. On towards Kevin De Bruyne. And a good save by Vicario. Anyway, Akanji can't win it. Wide to Kulusevski. Nice feet by Kulusevski. Wrong side of Akanji. Akanji slides in. Kulusevski. Great skill by Kulusevski. 4-3. Well, 2 fantastic teams at it today. And Spurs pull another one back. Well, they're definitely showing quality Spurs. I mean, the 10 men have scored. Spurs have scored 3 goals against us. I think defensively this formation has got some use to getting to. But actually, offensively, been fantastic. Well, then Spurs score again. 4-3. Right to Doku. Nicely done. Doku. Great pace away from Reguilon. Jeremy Doku into the middle. Doku. Kyogo is there! Oh, this man just can't stop scoring. 5-3. What a game to open the episode. A game of goals galore. And it's the FA Cup top goal scorer, Kyogo Fudiashi with another goal for Manchester City. Doku with wonderful pace. He just absolutely blitzes Regulon. It's into Kyogo. And it's a first-time flick. And he finishes it so well. His movement, the touch, the lift over Vicario first time here. Doesn't even think about it, Kyogo. It's instinctive. And he just lifts it over Vicario. For, I think, 14 in 14 appearances for City now. Right to Jeremy Doku. Doku. Into the box here. Kyogo's there again. A save by Vicario. He could have had two off the bench, Kyogo. Lifts one in. Kyogo on the volley. Matheus Nunes in the rebound. It's wide past Nunes. That is full time. We open the episode with a 5-3 win over Spurs. A massive performance from Manchester City, who go out and smash Spurs in the FA Cup. They went down to 10 men. They still actually scored 3 goals on 10 men. But they couldn't stop this free-flowing City side, as I can't get out there, in real action. And goals galore. I mean, that formation works so well. Well, a 4-point lead over Spurs on match day 30 in the Premier League means a game against 14th place Leicester City down there in not so much a relegation battle. They will be staying in the league, playing for absolutely nothing. A game at home which we are going to simulate because I'm confident 3 points are heading City's way. Well, City follow up for a win over Spurs, the win over Leicester City. A 2-0 win in 90 minutes, a clean sheet at home and 2 goals. Erling Haaland's missed a penalty. So City rely on a double from Bernardo Silva, who starts in there for the club today to get us all 3 points, and that is a good result for City. Kovacic in there as well. He came out for De Bruyne. He deserved to start for that game against Spurs. Well, Spurs have really started to put the full bottle on, haven't they, since a little overtaking in the Premier League. We now sit more than 4 points clear. We're 6 points clear of second place Spurs. With 8 games to go, it's looking likely it's going to be a Manchester City 5 in a row title race for Pep Guardiola. 5 in a row. I mean, that is absolutely unheard of. Arsenal not too far behind, but I play a game in hand there on 61 points. Arsenal could actually jump Spurs in this title running now. I think United are not too far off as well. If they were to win their next game, they would go within 1 point of Tottenham Hotspur. And their game, their side they face, it's us. It's Manchester City, top of the table. It's first versus fourth. It's a Manchester derby. They face us at Old Trafford. Well, a very inconsistent Man United side. You can see they're very much up and down. 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss in their last 5. Rasmus Højlund starts up top with captain Bruno Fernandes in behind. Expected this is the start 11 anyway. I suspect Garnacho will start ahead of Anthony, although he played really well at the Etihad last time out. They did rescue a 2-2 draw, if you don't remember. A late, frustrating 2-2 draw against us. We cannot be letting that happen again. Well, I've gone with the starting 11 looking for very much control here today at Old Trafford. Ederson will start and go with Akanji, Captain Diaz and Nathan Ake in the back 3. It's Varela in the holding role with Bernardo Silva and Ilkay Gundogan either side of him. Phil Foden starts on the right, Jack Grealish starts on the left and Erling Haaland alongside Kevin De Bruyne in that floating false 9 position up top. Kyogo, Savinho, Doku and Nunes, the attacking options on the bench. Kovacic, Lewis, Vardiol and John Stones are defensive ones. I'm happy with that starting 11, and I think with the control we can offer with a lot of possession, that will sort of help us out defensively, and I think we can come away with a big win at Old Trafford. So Etihad Stadium, Manchester City versus United, a 2-2 draw not too long ago in the season. This time we go to Old Trafford. This time we take on bitter rivals on their own turf. City on course for a 5th Premier League title in a row, and United are going to do their best not only to try and get top 4, not only to get one over on their rivals, but also try and put a dent in our title charge. This is the Man United starting 11 as they go with a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal starts Andre Onana. It is De Ligt, Martinez and Dalot and Shaw the back 4. Casemiro and Ugarte in the midfield 2 with Fernandes, Garnacho and Diallo supporting Xerxes up top. It's a very defensive midfield with not much ability passing forward. Ball for City, Foden against De Ligt. He's done him. Foden, back out. De Bruyne. Gundogan, one touch. Bends it! Gundogan! What a save by Onana in the opening 2 minutes. That was a great chance for City. Right to Foden. Foden. De Bruyne. Far post. Grealish is there. Dalot away. Haaland on the volley. 1-0 City in the Manchester derby. And it's Erling Haaland on the volley. United clear it only as far as the striking Viking. They don't put enough power on it. They don't kick it hard enough. And it falls to Erling Haaland who hits it on the volley. Good ball in by De Bruyne. Searching ball. And Erling Haaland on the first time volley. Casemiro sliding in. Haaland catches it inch perfect. What a finish from Erling Haaland. 1-0 Manchester City. And what a finish from Erling Haaland here in the Manchester derby. Gundogan, good play. Into De Bruyne. On to Varela. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Control for the opposition. Foden down the box. Penalty. Down from Luke Shaw. Penalty spot pointed to. And Luke Shaw is going for the referee here. It's a clear penalty. Foden, you think he's going to cross it, he decides against it. Shaw goes flying in. Penalty City at Old Trafford in the derby. And it's Erling Haaland from the spot. Haaland. Top left-hand corner. It's a double for Haaland. City have a lead by 2-0. Double from Haaland in the Manchester derby. United are getting crushed. The Poznan is out after 15 minutes. And Man United, what a start by City. From the spot, Haaland steps up. Top left-hand corner. There is no saving that one, Andre Onana. Even if he goes the right way. I don't think he saves that one. Haaland gets his second of the day in the Manchester derby. And City are flying high here against their rivals. This is United's chance. It's a poor pass in the end by City. Ball through to Garnacho, who's done Manu Akanji there initially. Garnacho. Akanji steamrolling backwards. Garnacho. Good feet by Garnacho, Manu Akanji. All the tricks and flicks. He hasn't interested in any of it, Manu Akanji. One thing in his mind, winning that ball back, and he does do. Can't get there. De Ligt. It's been a terrible first half for Man United in their point of view. Diallo. Varela watches Xerxes. That is half-time. City 2, United 0 in the derby at half-time. United are in big trouble here. Gundogan. Oh, why did he put a bit of power on that Ilkay Gundogan? Trying to feed it through to Grealish. Diallo, and one back again by the midfield terrier that is Alan Varela. Foden. Behind to Bernardo Silva. Trouble for United again here. Bernardo in. Haaland is there! Oh, he just misses his head. Nearly a hat-trick for Haaland. Nearly 3-0. Diaz wins that down to Rashford against Nathan Ake here. Rashford on the turn. Nathan Ake clatters into him. Could have won that actually in the end. Ends up taking him out. It's a yellow card for Nathan Ake. That's fine. Players in there. No one really went for it. Garnacho on the turn. He's away from Alan Varela. Garnacho. Varela chases. He's trying to stay with him, Alan Varela. He might do. Garnacho, and well done, Alan Varela again. Absolutely world-class holding midfield play by Alan Varela. The guy has been an insane signing. Doku. Oh, Doku. You play that to De Bruyne. Manchester City make it 3-0 and kill this game completely over. Xerxes. Past Ake. Garnacho. Past Diaz. There's Doku Costas there. Garnacho! Good block by Arman and Varela away to Kovacic. Well played. Right to Jack Grealish. On to Haaland here. Good touches by Haaland! 3-0 City, but he's offside. Erling Haaland, I'm sure. He's offside when he thought he'd scored the hat-trick. How unlucky. I thought he'd done it there. I thought he got the hat-trick in the Manchester derby. Kovacic down on as far as Bruno Fernandes. Through to Xerxes. On to Rashford. Rashford. Diaz slides in. Great skill by Marcus Rashford. What a save by Ederson. Savinho on to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne for City. De Bruyne. What a ball by De Bruyne to Savinho. And United in big trouble here. Savinho. Savinho! Too late by Savinho. I could have gone across to Vardiol as well. Fernandes with the ball through. Rashford. Into Ruben Diaz. Into Xerxes! United pull them back in the 89th minute. We should have finished it off at the other end. Savinho makes a meal of it. And Rashford finds Xerxes. And United pull one back at 2-1. And that makes this game seem more respectable in United's sense than it has been. Garnacho. Full-time whistle will go anyway. This has made United look better than they were at the scoreline because we dominated them. It should have been 3 or 4. But the game finished a 2-1 win for City. Goals in the first half from Erling Haaland. Domination in the second half. United pull one back. Well, this City side with a great performance. All 3 points. And it feels like we are getting closer and closer to lifting that Premier League title without a doubt. Erling Haaland now got more Premier League goals than games played. What a performance from Erling. Well, now it's time for the Champions League action. The quarterfinals as we take on Aston Villa. Other results in this competition so far. Barcelona-Arsenal finished 0-0 on aggregate after the first game. And Liverpool 1-1 against Sporting. And let's go and Borussia Dortmund, the other games to play. This is the starting 11 today for Aston Villa in the Champions League. We go a little bit conservative at home. I prefer to play the away leg first and come back to the Etihad afterwards, but it's not worked in this case. We happen to be at home for the opening one. Ederson will start in goal. It's going to be Akanji, Captain Diaz, and Joshko Vardiol comes in for Nathan Ake in that back three. Stones pretty much frozen out at the moment. Bernardo Silva on the right with Jack Grealish on the left, playing more balanced wide areas rather than Savinho and Doku. They can come on though and cause problems. Barella, Rico Lewis and Ilkay Gundogan in the midfield three. No Phil Foden, he's on the bench as well as Mateo Kovacic. It's Erling Haaland partnering the false nine, which is in the free role. Kevin De Bruyne today, not Phil Foden up top. So Champions League quarter-final, Manchester City face off against the fellow English side. Unai Emery have led this Aston Villa side to a Champions League quarter-final. I mean, he is doing so well. He's doing so well, Aston Villa. They've gone from, when he was there, a relegation team to a top four side, for a side competing for top four once again in the Premier League. But not only that, they're in a Champions League quarter-final. What Unai Emery has managed to achieve at this Aston Villa side has been nothing short of amazing. Well, there is the Manchester City team today, ready for one of the biggest games of the season in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. There is the Aston Villa side, captained by Ezri Konsa. Upamecano in there with Pau Torres, Leon Bailey, Onana, Kamara, Rodgers Digne, Watkins, Barkley and Emi Martinez. Ruben Diaz stays with Watkins. Watkins gets around the wrong side of him. Watkins the chance here. Saved by Ederson. Good start from Villa. Bernardo Silva. Options in the box here. Bernardo in towards Haaland. Dealt with by the opposition. Bernardo. Barella. It's Gundogan in the chance here. Blocked away by Upamecano. Kept it by Grealish. Back out to Rico Lewis. Haaland. It's Alan Varela from midfield off the post. Back to Haaland. Can't get the shot off. I was celebrating the goal there, but it hadn't got in. I thought he had scored. And Watkins now. Straight through the middle. Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins and a great save. Ederson on the counter. Vardiol involved as well. City off the post. Villa on the counter. What a game at the Etihad so far here. What a game. Barella. De Bruyne. Into Rico. Down to Haaland. Blocked away by Upamecano and cleared away by Villa. Could Rico have gone for goal himself? Possibly. Have a chance of their own here, Villa. That is half-time, 0-0. We should have scored here today. We should be in the lead. It's 0-0. But I feel like we should have this advantage in the Champions League quarter-final. Barella. Ilkay Gundogan. Nice touches by Gundogan. He's drove his way into the box here. Gundogan hits one, saved by Martinez. He's punched it instead of I don't know what his intention was there. Upamecano long. Diaz against Watkins. Watkins outdoes Diaz there initially. Diaz stays with him, goes and wins it back anyway. Well done, Ruben Diaz. And Vardiol back into Akanji. A better ball by De Bruyne. We score there. Diaz fighting for this one with Watkins. Wins it. Grealish. Gundogan. De Bruyne. De Bruyne! De Bruyne scores again. Since coming back from injury. How perfect has this mind been? Absolutely brilliant. 1-0 City lead over Villa. And it's Kevin De Bruyne again. The man of the moment at the moment for City. Finds him. And with the outside of him, De Bruyne bends it into the far corner. What a finish from KDB. Yusuf Upamecano as a marker. Round him. Martinez can't stop it. Manchester City lead. And it's Kevin De Bruyne. Barkley on the turn, the midfield again into Watkins. And he's done a Kanji. Brilliant from Watkins. Vardiol across. They lay it back off here to Leon Bailey. Back to Watkins. And Ederson puts it behind for a corner. Great feet from Bailey. Options in the middle. Ederson comes out and he's had a great game, Ederson in goal today. And out to Grealish and into Haaland. Stones. Doku. In towards Haaland here. Good touches by Haaland. Haaland on the volley. Saved by Martinez. Found by Doku. Unfortunately couldn't put it in the back of the net. Long ball forward again. Vardiol and nice header down to Doku. Into John Stones. Rico. Foden. Touches. Turn. Foden hits one. Saved by Martinez. Haaland can't keep it in. Haaland. Doku. Doku to the byline. Doku pulls it back. Gundogan is waiting. Stones. Foden's there. Referee. Play a bit longer. Full time. Manchester City 1, Villa 0. I was hoping that a little bit longer there. Stones finds Foden. Maybe we get a shot off in the box. A 1-0 lead we take to Villa Park, which is not a big advantage. But it's more of an advantage than Villa's got. And we'll take it. Our man Ederson was absolutely fantastic in that game. And he kept us at you know, a clean sheet at 0-0 for plenty of the game before we scored the goal, and kept us in the lead as well with some fantastic saves and some great moments. We approached the final games of the season with 7 remaining. We lead the Premier League table 6 points clear of Spurs, who really dropped off. It looks like City are on course to win the Premier League title, but it is not a foregone conclusion. In 9th place is Crystal Palace. They are working their way up that league table, trying to get perhaps a Europa League position. They are playing for that this season, or Europa Conference League position. They've got a good record, a really good record at the Etihad and against Manchester City. And they face us today to end the episode, hoping to cause an upset. A few rotations in the side today as we go into this game against Crystal Palace. De Bruyne is the captain alongside Haaland up top. We've got Savinho and Jack Grealish in the wide areas. Kovacic, Varela and Rico Lewis, the midfield 3. And then it's Akanji, Stones and Ake, the back 3. Stones has come in today as well as Nathan Ake. Ederson, of course, starts and goal. We've got Kyogo, Doku, Bob, Foden, Vardy, Walker, Bernardo Silva and Mateus Nunes on the City bench. So back at the Etihad, where Manchester City make a continued voyage towards 5 Premier League titles in a row, up against Crystal Palace today, who were a very, very good side. They're in 9th place. They've had a good season once again. This is the Crystal Palace side then today that we face in the 5-2-3 formation. Dean Henderson will start in goal for Palace. Goy, Holding, Richard Chalobah and Mitchell are back 5. Kamada and Lerma part of the midfield 2, with Schlupp on loan from Benfica perhaps, with Politano and Nketiah up top. No Eze, no Mateta, no Sarr. They are on the bench. De Bruyne nearly runs to Haaland here. He's onside, Haaland. Haaland's onside here. Haaland's onside! 1-0 City. 2 minutes in. Haaland scores. De Bruyne with the assist and City are in front. What a start by Manchester City within 2 minutes. De Bruyne through to Haaland. Lets it run. 1 touch, 2 touch, bang. Bottom left-hand corner. Oh, I don't think he's in the bottom corner. He's just put it in the back of the net. Past Dean Henderson to that far post makes it very difficult for the goalkeeper. Haaland's got another goal for himself at the start of this one. Can he get a hat-trick today? The Premier League top goal scorer. If he can do, they've got the better of him. Here's Schlupp. Kamada. Past John Stones. Manu Akanji makes a good challenge. We do feel open. It's on to Akanji. Straight back to them. It's a poor ball from Ederson. And the goalkeeper gifts Crystal Palace a goal in the end. Politano with a finish. The Ederson pass is going to Kovacic. He flicks it over to Akanji. And Crystal Palace equalise 1-1. Luckily Akanji is a beast. He's getting back. Varela foot in there. He's beat him. Chance. Chance here for Crystal Palace. And Nketiah. What a miss by Eddie Nketiah. Nketiah has missed the sitter. Stones make the challenge. Oh, what are we doing? Blocked by Stones the line. What are we doing, City? Into Grealish now. He's onside, referee. Grealish is on. Back into Haaland. Back onto De Bruyne. And again, City, that final ball has been completely missing from the side today. Frustratingly so. Half-time, level 1-1 with Palace. Second half underway. Well, barring De Bruyne's pass in the opening minutes, the final ball been non-existent today for Manchester City. Back out towards Rico again. Savinho, pass to Rick Mitchell with pace here. Savinho, brilliant Savinho. Back to Haaland here. Hits it right down the middle at Henderson. Beats Stones into Nketiah. Nketiah past the Akanji. Pulls it back here. Adam Wharton! Big save from Ederson. Waiting for Haaland to make a run, but he doesn't do. Savinho. De Bruyne. Kovacic. Back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne. De Bruyne! And a good save by Henderson. Through to Haaland's onside. Back out to Jeremy Doku. Varela. Rico Lewis. Rico. De Bruyne. De Bruyne! Save! And Mateus Nunes off the bench. Runs it in to make it 2-1. City are in front. And Nunes with the goal. Making an immediate impact off the bench here. Mateus Nunes. Brilliant. Rico finds De Bruyne. Could have squared to Nunes possibly anyway. In the end, Henderson does. And Nunes just walks the ball into the net. City in front. Rico. Oscar Bob. Great feet by Bob. Fantastic from Bob. He's took Mitchell for a bit of a run there. Bob in. Nunes in the volley. Goes to the acrobatics. And Henderson there ahead of Kyogo, who takes him out of the process. Stays with him. There they go. Ake's got 2 to mark on here. Oh, Palace are in. To the far post. To Schlupp, who puts it wide of the post. What a chance at the end of the game there. City end the episode with a 2-0 win over Crystal Palace. Not the most convincing of wins for Manchester City, but a win nevertheless over the Glasgow side keeps us 6 points clear top of the Premier League table with around 5 games remaining. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you're not already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And think about joining the We Are City Members Club. If you join that, you get episodes early and extended. What is there to, what is there not to go and get that? Honestly, it's so good. We'll see you guys next time.